KUB is asking customers to reduce natural gas use as repairs to a pipeline rupture in Smith County could last from early to mid-January. That rupture earlier this week cut off all natural gas supply from the pipeline that serves East Tennessee. KUB says right now the mild weather is keeping the need for natural gas low, but of course that could change.
So knowing that the repairs could take longer, we're having to keep that in mind, and we're doing that by encouraging our customers who are willing to conserve their natural gas usage.
KUB says you can turn down thermostats on natural gas and hot water heaters, wash laundry in cold water, and use alternative cooking methods.
Knoxville has received $3.6 million